Hey there, adventurers. Welcome back to the Onyx Backcountry YouTube channel. Today we're talking about staying safe in the backcountry. One of the best tools to help with that are backcountry navigation apps. These apps are game changers, both in terms of planning, but also in terms of safety. But like any tool, they're only as good as the person using them. So stick around and pick up some tips and tricks on how to make the most out of these apps and your day in the backcountry. These navigation apps have revolutionized the way we explore the backcountry. They combine GPS tracking, weather data, topo maps, and even avalanche forecasts all onto one platform. That said, while incredibly helpful, you may also want to throw a physical map and compass in your pack. Never be too safe out there. I use Onyx Backcountry because it's easy to use and share what I create with my friends. With various layers and avalanche forecasts that are integrated into the platform, I know I'm coming up with a plan that's not only efficient, but it's also going to keep me safe in the backcountry. Like any adventure, preparation is key. Before heading to the field, make sure you do this. Download offline maps. Cell service can be spotty in the backcountry, so you want to make sure you have all that information at your fingertips while you're out there. Mark your route. Have a plan on where you're going, key waypoints, and various objectives and hazards along the way. Check the weather and avalanche forecasts. Onyx Backcountry integrates real-time data into their apps, allowing you to plan a safer adventure. Estimate how long it'll take to get to certain waypoints, and if you're falling behind schedule, be prepared to adapt your plan. Lastly, make sure you're not the only person that downloaded the map. You don't want to become the de facto guide. Once I'm in the backcountry, I'm using the app in a lot of different ways depending on the situation. First and foremost, I'm always orienting myself to the terrain around me. Next, while I want to stick to the plan, I also might adapt it based on changing weather or avalanche conditions. I'm using the same tools I use to plan my tour at home. I might turn on the tracking if I'm going through a particularly tricky route finding section or an area where I know I'm going to come back to in the future. I'll turn on slope angle if I'm trying to figure out a different way up and a different way down that's going to be safe. And I'm always adding new waypoints for both tricky sections that I might have to come back to and also future adventures. Shockingly, backcountry apps don't really work if your phone's dead. I usually just go into airplane mode at the start of my tour because I found my phone drains the quickest when I have low signal, which is pretty common around trailheads. As a last resort, if my phone is getting low, I carry a battery bank with mag charging so I don't need any extra cables. I always keep my phone next to my skin or close to my skin, away from my beacon to make sure it stays warm and has a consistent charge throughout the day. Ready to take your skills to the next level? Here's some more advanced ways to use the app. I love the slope angle feature because it allows me to assess not only great ski terrain, but also the safest way to approach it. I'll also turn on the slope aspect layer to see different types of terrain based on the snow conditions. For instance, if I'm trying to find powder, I'm looking at northeast, northwest slopes, whereas if I'm trying to find corn, I'm probably looking at southwest, south, and southeast terrain. I'll also turn on the AITS layer, or the avalanche terrain exposure scale, to see what I'm exposing myself to and if that's appropriate for the day's avalanche conditions. This is a really quick and easy way to get a snapshot of the exposure on any given tour. And as a snow nerd, I'm always checking the SnowTel or weather stations, and having those integrated into the app and being able to tell how much of a base there is and how much new snow some terrain has received in the last 24 or 48 hours is pretty key for that powder hound within you. There's so many different features to Onyx, but again, like any tool, it's only as good as the person using it. Get familiar with it, hopefully in the comfort of your own home, so when you're out in the backcountry, using it is seamless. With the right app and a bit of know-how, you can navigate the backcountry like a pro. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with your favorite feature of the app or any questions you might have. Stay safe, and we'll see you out there.